Kala Azar is actually a very neglected tropical disease, mainly because it affects the poorest of the poor in places like South Sudan, Ethiopia, India, Brazil. We only have a few tools in a box with which to fight this disease. A lot of people are affected, a lot of people are dying. A lot more can be done and should be done.
Presently in the hospital in Lair, we're seeing 3 times more admissions for Kala Azar as we did for the same period last year. We have an incredibly dispersed population in what is essentially an endemic area for Kala Azar.
We tested the patient for Kala Azar, brucellosis, hepatitis, everything was possible in our lab. It was all negative. The child is getting sicker and sicker, so we test for Kala Azar again, and that's the second time it became positive. The rapid test is not reliable.
The biggest limitation of this test is we cannot use it for relapse Kala Azar, because once a test comes positive the first time, even if a patient gets a relapse of Kala Azar the second or the third or fourth time, the test will still be positive. What we then have to do is a lot of lymph node aspirations. Even though the lymph node aspiration may be negative, a patient may still have Kala Azar. So we delay the time by which we get a diagnosis and can start treatment of a patient. We sometimes also have to do splenic aspirations. Even though splenic aspiration is better, because the sensitivity is higher, it's more dangerous and requires more skilled staff, which is not easy to get in a place like this.
It's a very painful procedure. For the lab tech, like for myself, I don't do it. We ask for a doctor to come and do, with all the complications on the spleen. Sometimes they can bring internal bleeding, where a doctor can handle that one best.
A lot of research and development is needed to have a test that can be used in every context worldwide, then can be used for all types of Kala Azar cases, for primary diagnosis, for testing the cure of patients, and also in relapse cases.
So if tests like this actually come to the field soon and can help detect relapse Kala Azar, I think a lot of patients would benefit a lot.
Okay, so yesterday was not a good day. We lost 3 Kala Azar patients here in the ward. It's not always nice for them to be here.
SSG, which is quite a toxic drug, was the mainstay in the treatment of Kala Azar for the past 30 years or so. A lot of patients on SSG were dying not because of Kala Azar, but because of the SSG toxicity itself.
Currently, we are using a combination therapy of drugs with SSG and paromomycin, which are giving us very good results.
This is the paromomycin. This one makes the injection shorter, 17 days. Last time we are getting 30 days because we are only getting one drug. Now we are getting combination drug, making the time of injection shorter.
Ambazome is a good medication. It is safer to be used. Also, it has got less side effect. But on the other hand, we could not give it to everybody because it has to be used in hospital. It needs skill. And also, it is very, very expensive.
while one drug is more effective, it itself is quite toxic. While the other drug is much safer, its cure rates are not as high as the older drugs. While both drugs have their advantages, both of them are not perfect. So I guess we're still looking for newer drugs that can be used for these patients.
If people who are making medication can make it available, not expensive, and the way it can be used can be simple to any ordinary medical staff, that would be very nice.
The percentage of HIV co-infection rate is around 4 to 5%. However, we assume that these numbers would be increasing in the coming years.
The biggest problem is relapses. It's only a matter of time before patients with Kala-Azar HIV co-infection relapse. Each time they relapse, the drugs are less effective. They've developed resistance to the drugs. Sooner or later, they succumb because we don't have newer drugs available, second or third line drugs. In a place like this, anybody could have Kala-Azar.
It is a disease that has been neglected, and then people are not taking it seriously. I don't know why.